Right, question 28, Aquarius. We will, again, of course, you're reading this. Let's begin at the top. Depreciation, reducing balance, allocates on the most appropriate basis. First thing they want us to do is to answer this. How would we split these? What basis would we use to split these overheads when we get there, between the different cost centers based on what? And so, again, I suppose it makes sense that this will be the carrying value of plant and machinery, and that this would be the production machinery power usage. Yes, power usage, because of course rented rates, I suppose it makes sense naturally to talk about floor space as well as light and heat. We can see that there's a tendency to go for floor space as well there as well. Now, what's good about this question, ironically, is that they have already done the calculations for us. We spent the last question doing a lot of this, so you could, who knows, we're working through questions, who knows what you could see. But they're telling us, and hopefully you've looked at it. So they've already done all the splitting. They're not telling you, this question is more about reapportioning and when you're having people reapportioning to themselves. So again, like I said, the point here is that assembly and finishing are the only production centers. We need to take out, you can see that's what they almost want you to do this. They want you to deal with this. They want you to get rid of this 264 first and tell you reapportion this admin first, then you get these new totals, then reapportion stores, then you get these new totals, then reapportion maintenance, so that all these costs would have been then reapportioned into the two key cost centers, or because they have the cost units you see in there, and that's what we're ultimately trying to do, to get those costs into the cost units. So let's look at this. Let's look at the driver for this. It says that the overheads and allocated and apportioned to administration is reapportioned to the other production and support centers based on the number of employees, and the number of employees in each department is 10 for assembly, 10 for finishing, 6 for maintenance, 4 for stores, and this would really be irrelevant because we're trying to get rid of the cost into the others. So we have 10, 10, 6, and 4. I'll just write that here. Make some space. Just doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, I'll just put here 10, 10, 6, and 4. So what does that mean? I'm going to split this cost based along this, in this ratio, so to speak. So 10 plus 10 plus 6 plus 4 is 30, isn't it? That's 30 altogether. So that means that assembly will take 10 over 30. Finishing will take 10 over 30. Maintenance will take 6 over 30. And stores will take 4 over 30. Of course, all of these times the 264 times 264 times 264 times 264. I'm literally resplitting this. So let's do that. So 10 over 30 times 264 gives you 88,000. That's 88,000 as well, because that's also 10 over 30. Then here we have 6 over 30 times 264. So here we have 52,800. And here we have 4 over 30 times 264. Here we have 35,200. Right, so you can see how we're gradually getting rid. So now I add these two together. I'll change my pen color just for clarity. 78,400 plus 35,200. 35,200. Here we have 113,600. 113,600. And we now need to look again at how we are advised to split this. It says that the store center makes 50% of its issues to the assembly, 50, 30, 20. So I'm just going to get rid of it this time. I'll get rid of all of this. 50, 30, 20 is the word here. 50, 30, and 20. 50, 30, and 20. So half of this is coming here. So when I now split this, I now have 50% of that, 113,600, which is 56,800. 30% of it, 113,600, 600, which is 34,080, and then 20% of that, 113,600, which is 22,720. And then we do the same again. We now add all of maintenance. So remember, there's maintenance, the original, then there was what we reapportioned to it here, and then what we also have here. So we have 159,600 plus 52,800 plus 22,720. So we have, I'll just change my pen color again. To complete this, we have 235,120. So we need to ask, how was this split? And it says this was split. It tells us here 75% is assembly and the other 25% is there. So 75% of this, 75% of this cost. So take 75% of that, and you have here 176,340, and the difference 58,780. And that's what we have. So now we can literally add all this through, can't we? And then we now have, of course, 823. Yeah, I'm just going to add all these because there's a second part that I haven't quite read yet, and I just want to do this just in case I need this total. Plus 88,000 plus 56,800 plus 176,340, and that's a big number. 1144140, and then here I have 497,000 plus 88,000 plus 34,080 plus 58,780, and here I have 677,860, and there we are. And then just add these across and get your answer here. Now let's see what this question here is asking. Right, a pretty straightforward question actually. I thought it was something more. They've estimated that the future costs, or the estimated cost for the next quarter, will be 150,000. Not a problem at all. 150,000. It has a fixed element and a variable element. It says that the fixed element is 35% of the total cost. So 35% of that total cost of 150,000 is 52,500. This is the fixed element, right? And it means that the variable element, of course, is the difference. So the variable element is 97,500. So that's the variable element, that's the fixed element. Not a problem. Then we are told that the share of the fixed element that should go to assembly is in the ratio 47 to 53. So literally 47% of this thing here should go into the assembly department. So take 47% of that figure. That's 24,675. With regards to variable element, it tells us that for the variable element, it split that in the ratio 38 to 62. So 62% of this variable element here of 97,500, yes, 62% of that of 97,500 should go here. So that's 60,450. So there we are. So that's that question. It's a bit of a big question, but I think that's almost like 20 minutes. So we'll keep that question on its own as well. And then let me see how this feels. This feels like, yeah, this feels like what we did. This does have this. Yeah. This is exactly the same thing that we did in question 28. No, 27. Feels exactly the same layout. Let's just look at it very quickly and see if we're going to do as in 29. Very similar. Here you have depreciation. Again, aviation, fuel, and other variable costs. Okay, so that's the overhead. These some salaries. I think we might do this one. Yeah, because it does seem to, it looks interesting, so we'll do it as well, and we'll come back and play with it here. But they've given us quite a bit of information. There seems to be some direct costs, so we'll come back and do this as well. But let's see if we can find. Yeah, so we'll see in the next video.